the power of the internet. Hopefully, you guys can hear me okay. And hopefully, everybody's doing all right. Good morning, everybody. Once again, we are broadcasting live through the power of the internet. I'm your host, Ron. So, once again, it's the morning hangout. I know I listed this as just a morning stream. Well, basically, it is a morning stream. If you guys want to come in, use the Streamlabs link. It is posted in Wiley's stream. Well, Wiley's Discord, which I will be moving over to our own Discord soon. I'm still, like I said, working out all the kinks. Probably be in that tonight, getting everything all set up. But I want to say good morning to you all, and good morning to everyone who comes on. So, as you can see, we are using Streamlabs once again. If you guys need the link for the Discord, discord.gg/TN6WZB. If that doesn't work, let me know and I will see if I can get us. I'll see what's going on with that one. As we're seeing everybody starting to come in, and Canadian Baker Project, where I learn about pastries and breads. Print and play, please don't copy me. Print and need, yeah, I can see that becoming a thing, you know. But nah. If you guys aren't following Print and Play, follow Print and Play. He has a great feed, especially with his retro gaming stuff that he was getting into. Hopefully, we'll see more of that on his channel. But I just wanted to come on and say good morning to everybody. And we'll be doing some weird new stuff coming out to the channel. I'm going to be kind of expanding it a little bit more and bringing more stuff into this. So StreamYard is a program I am using right now to stream directly to the internet. Hey, Colin's on here, so we'll just add him to the stream. Hi, Colin. How you doing?
Hey, how's it going? I don't think I've ever actually used StreamYard, at least not in this context.
No, I don't think I've had you. I don't think you have actually. So StreamYard gives me a lot.
I spent a lot of time looking at a whole bunch of these different platforms over the years, but I don't think I've actually been a participant within StreamYard, I guess is my point.
Yeah, Streamlabs, you know what? I've kind of gone more into StreamYard than I have. Like, I use Streamlabs, I've used OBS, and this just feels better.
Well, okay, yeah, Streamlabs, I mean, Streamlabs is add-ons where it is an actual switcher, which is very cool.
Yeah. And what I like about this program, and I don't know if you were watching I know you were watching the Sunday live stream when I have Daniel on. And what I love about it is I can switch between different views. So if I wanted to go with that type of view, I could.
Can you set up your own views, or do you have a fixed set that you can switch between?
I have a fixed set that I can switch between. Now I can run up to 4 people in this, so that is a little bit of a disadvantage. But doing it with just the easy access of just being able to switch whatever I need to pull up, I can easily do that through this, and just makes things a lot easier.
Yeah.
If someone wants
Wirecast, I think will let you do 8, and Zoom, I guess, if you did like Zoom through OBS or something, I think you can do 24 or some larger number.
Yeah. So I'm hoping once I get some more time to play with this program, I'll have it set up in just a way that I can easily pull up whatever I need to pull up. Boom, boom, boom. And just have it like easily, be able to stream all the information.
Yeah.
But as a program goes, I really just kind of levitated to this because someone told me about it and said it is probably one of the better ones that they've used. And we're just going to add Joe Paddock to
Yeah,
the
it's
stream.
not a bad. There are a whole bunch of different ways of doing this sort of thing. This is certainly one of the better ways to avoid having to double up on bandwidth, because most of the other ones will do WebRTC to your machine and then your machine back out with a local switcher of some kind.
Kind of like
So,
the Skype does.
well, if you're doing and serious production work, you're using something like Skype TX, which is also running to a local machine, and then you're pulling it into a switcher. Um, but yeah, this is a nice little self-contained thing. It's pretty good.
So,
Yeah.
Joe Paddock, how are you liking this whole thing?
I mean, it looks neat. I mean, it's interesting. We'll see how it works out. I mean, hey, at this point in time, we got to give everything a try.
Yeah, especially since YouTube is doing theirs, saying bye bye to
Well,
Hangouts.
I read a little bit about that, and if you read between the lines, which you really shouldn't do, they're going to open up Meet to everybody. And when they open up Meet to everybody, it's really the same thing as Google Hangouts on Air. And they're going to integrate in, and they're going to integrate Hangouts chat into your Gmail. So really, all they're doing is just taking the button out of YouTube for Hangouts on Air. Is what it sounds like, but I could be wrong.
I'd be surprised if they.
Oops.
Migrate to Meet.
What's that, Colin? You dropped there for a sec.
Yeah, the connection went back into the green room. Had to bring him back in.
That's weird. Is
yeah,
that
sometimes
my throughput is not very good, or what?
I don't know. Sometimes it just will bring in, like, all of a sudden I'll have video and then it'll just drop it out. It was just a weird aspect that sometimes that happens every so blue.
Morning, Ricky.
Morning, Ricky.
What was I saying about something about video switchers? I don't know. I've lost.
And we were talking about the fact that Google...
integration with YouTube. Yeah, I'd be surprised if they pull it out of YouTube. I think they're just going to switch to Meet and put a Meet button in YouTube, just like they did when they killed off Hangouts on Air as a separate thing from YouTube years and years ago. And their announcement was much the same. We're going to, Hangouts on Air is going the way of the dodo. But they didn't say anything about integrating it with YouTube at that point. So it wouldn't surprise me if they're going to do something similar again.
And I think with as many people being up in an uproar about it, they've got to be listening to the community a little bit on that. If they don't listen to the community on it, then
there's no downside for them.
Everybody's going to drop and go to Twitch if they keep doing what they're doing, and they'll lose so many YouTube
or
subscribers.
Go to something like this. But yeah, there's no downside for them to deploy something like that. They've got the infrastructure for it. They've got the UI for it. They just need to wrap them together nicely.
I do like, Ron, I got to say, I do like how it kind of splits up the screen and puts it, puts it around, but only if you talk for more than 30 seconds does it fully populate you out.
Well, I have the control of it now, so I can pull in pictures whenever I need to. I can pull you in and out. And what's really nice about this is if I have someone that I don't know pops into my stream and StreamYards and starts, causing problems, I can ban them and lock them out of the program. So say if I want to block, say I take Joe Paddock out of the picture. So I'm just going to remove you for a second. You're still going to be here. But if he tries to talk or anything, it won't come through. And I can keep him in that room. I can see what he's doing. I can see him, but no one can hear him. And that's something I do like about StreamYards. And I've added him back to the stream now.
Okay, so when I'm in backstage, are you able to hear me?
No, I'm not.
Okay, so I could sit there and do this and everything, and you wouldn't know.
Exactly. I can also kick you out, and you can never log back in.
Well, we wouldn't know. He would know. Ron would know because uh, the icon in the green room actually is animated, so you could be doing all sorts of obscene things in there, and he'd know.
Yeah, I could see you, but I couldn't. But
Yeah.
I have the control not to let you in, and that's
Right.
something that I've been looking for in Hangouts that Hangouts doesn't do.
It
Right. Well,
did do
the
that.
other
They had something in there because Wiley had to use it for a while where um, you had to have permission to come in.
well, there's a mechanism by which you had to knock, um, and be approved, but it was not very well implemented. I still think it's not very well implemented. Um, so, Ron, do you have the ability to do a desktop presenter type mechanism where you can show your machine's desktop or other
Yeah, it's right down there.
camera
Share
inputs
screen.
easily enough?
Yeah, there's a setting right there
Oh, so
to
all
share
right.
screen.
I'm asking this because I'm on mobile and I'm looking at the mobile
Ah,
interface, which is kind of
Oh.
clunky. So for the mobile interface, they've got the three of us on a black
Good
background.
morning, Mike. Good morning, Buttram.
Am I? Um,
now I haven't
and
used
then
the phone-based interface to communicate now, but
yeah.
it is something I'm looking at giving a try
Well,
and see how the
I didn't
phone
actually go
interface
look
is.
for an app. I'm using the mobile web interface,
So now is
and
StreamYard's part of who's that a part of?
it's
What?
entirely independent. There's one guy developing that's doing the tech side of it, and I think there are two or three guys doing marketing and so on. But it's entirely independent. It was put together over, I don't know, 6 or 8 months or something. It's been around now for a year and a half, in a
From
relatively complete state.
from what I remember, and this is me talking with someone who's at Streamlabs, basically they were saying it was a year of development. It was meant to fill in where, um, oh, what's the name of that program that was really popular? Blab was supposed to be, and they because Blab didn't do what they wanted to do, they went back into the infrastructure and changed a few things so that they could have a Blab like environment that was actually and give you control of what you want YouTube to see, not what YouTube allows you to do in just Hangouts.
Yeah, well, they've implemented a more or less complete video switcher in here, so you could do, almost whatever you want. Um, but yeah, I don't understand the mobile web interface here. They're utilizing the real estate very, very poorly.
It
The
could be
upper
that
half of this.
it could
Go
be
ahead.
that they haven't got the web interface to the liking of what they've got so far. So
Oh yeah, I'm sure it's under development. I'm not saying that they're going to leave it this way, but it's kind of an odd use of real estate the way they've got this set up.
yeah,
The entire lower half of the screen is the blue background green room, um, with, in this case, where I see only myself.
Yeah, you should take a
Um,
screenshot and share it out to us if you can.
uh, yeah. Let's see. Let's see if we can
let's see if
do
we can
that.
show everybody what I'm looking at. So in my window, I have the chat here, so I can easily pull up anybody's tweet and throw it out there.
Now this links in right with OBS.
This is linked. This is its own web interface, so it doesn't link up to anything else.
But I'm running OBS. That's how I've got the background.
Yeah, you can link OBS into this if you want to. If you set up the OBS web camera, you can probably bring OBS into the screen.
Okay.
So I can do banners like, oh, they want to, like if I wanted to say support me, I can select these banners here I have available,
Oh,
which everyone
nice.
else is saying now the multiple banners pop up. Brand, I have control of my brand. I can set the brand color. I can set the default. I can set. If I had a logo, I could upload my own logo. Um, Overlay. I can do that as just a Streamlabs regular overlay, which I'll show right now. You know, so I can set up an overlay. If I want background, you could take your picture of your D&D and put it in the background, and then
then you
whenever you
could
go to these windows, you could have that in the background.
and you could probably lock, I'm guessing, people to specific spots in the window and have that background, lock people in specific spots, I'm guessing, so that
I
they're always the same
can't
size.
I can't lock people into certain positions. That's the only bad thing about this. So
Yeah,
as people
give them
come
time.
in, the stream will recirculate itself.
All right.
So, like, say if I had 4 people, there'll be just trying to think. We'll have 1, 2,
What happened to
3,
Colin? Oh, Colin
and
dropped
then
out.
4. Yeah, Colin dropped out, unfortunately. But when Colin comes back in, then yeah, and yeah, it only supports up to 4 people, so that is a little bit of a disappointment. Where Hangouts can do about 8. Oh, there's Colin again. He
No,
popped back in.
Hangouts could do more now.
Yeah, Hangouts got up to 10, didn't it?
No, I thought it got to
Hangout has
unlimited.
been able to do
Or-
8 for
or maybe
quite
not
some
unlimited.
time. I thought they
Yeah.
can do 10 now.
We were having, what was it? There was something. There was a hangout. Oh, Ryan's Saturday night stuff. We had like 10 people or more in there, didn't we, Ryan? See if he answers.
Yep.
He might be ignoring me. Hangouts. Hey, okay, yeah. Hangouts does 10. I could have swore it did more, but that was one of the reasons that I was like, I know that Skype had that where it's got to pull in and then push it back out, but hell, I would do it if that's what it took, because Skype you can get up to 50 people.
Yeah, but the problem with Skype is it's only on their network. You can't. It doesn't stream out to anywhere else.
Yeah, I've got 50 down or 500 down and 50 up, so I could handle, doing Skype.
Yeah. Now I got this little StreamYard logo at the top here, as you guys can see. That can be removed if I was to pay the $20 a month they want for the service.
Hey, I guess if you're going to use it, it's good to support them.
Exactly. And what I like about this is it gives me such flexibility. I mean, as you guys can see, everybody has their own name tag and everything else. So if you're not sure who's on, you can easily read it. And, I can make, if I was going to take over, I can just make myself there. And then I have full screen. If I want
Can we
you
still
to
be
have full
heard
screen.
when you're doing that?
Yeah, you'll still be heard when I do that.
Okay. There doesn't seem to be an indicator of when, for example, if my beautiful face disappears from the screen, whether or not my audio can still be heard or you have blocked me. There's no indicator that differentiates those two.
Hey, Ron,
scenarios.
Mute me while we're doing this, and let's see.
You mean like that?
Okay, so if your display is up, it indicates that you're muted.
Yeah, I can see the unmute. Yeah, and I have control that I can unmute him, but I don't know if we should unmute my Joe Paddock.
Well, yeah, you make all these choices. It's tough being in control, man. Heavy. What is it? Heavy is the head that wears the crown.
The other thing too would be, Ron, is if you mute me and then go full screen on yourself, I guess that would be a different test.
Well, yeah, I can do that too. I can mute you, and I'll go full screen on myself, and that's it. There you go. And if I want to mute Colin, I can also mute Colin. But Colin, talk anyway.
So there's no indicator here though, as to whether. Okay, so I guess I'm not muted right now. Mute me. I want to see if there's an indicator while you.
Okay, they're both muted. So we'll see if they realize that. Okay, I'm muting both. Since I got full screen here. See, on the video, they can see that I muted you also, just to let you guys know.
Yeah, and mine, it was right over the top of your face. It said your mic is muted.
Okay.
Yeah. But it
So
also shows up in the small icon, green room small icon, if you're not on the main screen, which is cool.
Yeah.
This thing is pretty well thought out.
Yeah. It's
Ryan's got a good question. If you pay the $20 a month, do you get more people in?
not yet. They're working on it. They said that
It's
they
got to be a
want.
server and back end thing.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
that's just a bandwidth issue. They'll either be able to do it or they won't at any given point.
But I
The
also
other
think
thing is too
they're.
is if you're going to use it a lot, you could potentially get probably put suggestions into them. To the point like we were talking about being able to place people's images on different spots of the screen and everything else like that. It's entirely possible they'll allow for that.
Well, you gotta remember this is like RT. This is what is it? What's web based? Is RTC is what they call this?
WebRTC. Yeah.
WebRTC. Thank you. They are working more with this, but I think WebRTC is limited to 4. Now,
No, it's not
oh,
actually.
it's not? Okay.
WebRTC is mechanically it's unlimited. The WebRTC mechanism is either peer to peer or server, like a server spoke type model. And the issue is only the amount of bandwidth you're dealing with. If you want the a mechanism whereby you're guaranteed low latency, excuse me, for purposes of recording, you need to push each of the streams to the server, and of course, then you have a bandwidth limitation.
Yeah. No, I didn't
But
know.
you can do peer to peer and have virtually unlimited number of participants.
Okay, because I remember Blab was only up to 4, and I know that a couple of web RTCs seem to limit it only to 4. So I thought maybe the limit was only 4 in that format.
No, that's just so it's weird. Blab and all these other little 4up things, they're all based on demo code. If you go to webrtc-experiments.com or .org, I forget, you'll see this demo code of this 4up chat experience. And that's what they all seem to be based on.
Yeah, it's like we want more people to be brought in, Bo. So
yeah.
I would say give it time.
You can do theoretically unlimited numbers of people. The issue is only the bandwidth.
Okay. So just let you guys know that the link is still up in Wiley's 3D account. If you're part of his Discord, you can easily jump in here. The link is on his channel, and then we'll see how it looks with 4 people inside.
And then Ron will conduct a lottery and decide who gets thrown out.
Yeah, I'll have to play lottery guy.
You can easily join, but you might be waiting a while.
Well, if we get 5 or 7 or 10, then I'll have to kick someone out.
Yeah.
And hey, it's just a matter of taking turns.
Yeah. I think I can bring them all in, but I think only their microphones. I don't think I can bring their video in though all at once. So
you can bring in multiple additional audio streams. That's cool.
I might be able to. I don't know yet. I haven't played. Like I said, I haven't had a lineup of people coming in here yet. So that would be interesting to see how that works out. Well, we got Ricky.
All right, so
Ricky.
Hey guys.
There's Ricky Tanner.
I still haven't got my good microphone working.
That's
I'm
okay.
going to switch to desktop.
Yeah, it sounds pretty good.
And I will see you guys.
Just a little hairy, but that's about it.
It's the Logitech
I'll
C615
be right
webcam that's handling the audio right now.
Okay. Colin's going to be back in a couple.
So how's it going, Ricky?
Rough right now. Rough.
How's the new PC?
The new PC is going great.
So we spec'd good, huh?
Yeah. So it's
that was a fun morning doing that.
I still need to take this up to the local Kohl's and drop that off to return it to Amazon. Because this is junk. It's junk.
Actually, I've had no problem with their brand. Their brands worked well for me.
It's always worked good for me too.
Yeah, 2 dims in there, and both of them give you blue screens of death.
You know what? So I've seen that happen if you run the XMP profile and go with a higher megahertz. Then it's an incompatibility with the board and memory.
Well, I was going to say it was also, even though this is 3,000 megahertz, the BIOS was detecting it as 2,400.
Right. So
and it wouldn't detect at any other speed.
Yeah. So basically, what that was is an incompatibility between the two. I had the same issue on I had a gigabyte motherboard, and I have with one processor, the RAM worked at the higher megahertz. The next processor I put in there, which is a higher wattage processor, it would blue screen it left and right.
Well, and I also wondered because
the processor down to a lower end processor, it died. I'm using that LPX right now in a system, and it's running great.
I was also wondering because you see, the Intel logos all over this, and I'm running an AMD processor.
Yes, that is another issue too. There is some LPXs that are registered only, or they're specifically made for AMD.
Yep, yeah. And it has to be running
this
at
stuff
3200 or better.
This stuff, on the other hand, rocks. This is the RAM that's in there now.
Which one is that?
What are you using?
It's made by PNY. It's Accelerate.
Oh, that's their gamer brand. Yes.
Yeah. That one right there. Because it is the gamer brand. It's more widely accepted by processors.
Yeah,
and it's 3,200 megahertz, which is, and it's detecting it correctly.
Yeah, I'll give you guys a little bit of history on the AMDs. AMD requires your memory to be 3,200 or better to take advantage of all its core capabilities. This was a little bit of a screw up they did at AMD, but they said you get better performance if you can run the higher memory, and they pushed that. And I do remember a lot of people saying, oh, yeah, if I'm not running it, I can't run my system as hard as I want to. So,
yeah, because I have the LPX, but I bought the stuff for AMD, and it works great. So, fun.
Motherboard brand. I still have the box sitting back here. It's a MSI.
Yeah, I was gonna say you got MSI. I have an Asus board.
Same here. I would use either Asus or I would use MSI as my two brands that I usually go to. Everybody's telling me to give Gigabyte a try again because Gigabyte got better. Okay, we're gonna add Colin to the stream again if we want to. Let's see if we can. There he is.
Oh, if you want to, huh? Yeah, I'm not sure I like this.
Yeah, that's a good board.
Well, if you're gonna be like that, Colin, I'll just do this to you.
Nice.
So, yes, the desktop interface is significantly more robust. Now, they have a chat interface on the desktop interface. Does that get pushed out to anything?
I think that's private. That's a private chat between the four of us.
Okay. Yeah, there is a private chat room that we can go into, and I can spam you guys if I want to, but I'm not going to do that.
Well, the nice thing about having the private chat, which you had that in Hangouts as well, is if you were doing a show, like a scheduled show, you could send notes to one another to try to keep things on a certain path and guide each other down a particular road.
Right.
Yeah, like if I had to go, I could tell you guys, I'm just going to go for a second. I'm going to throw myself out of the stream, and I just remove myself out of the stream. Now, I don't know if I do that right now, if I'll be locking it out of me, but I have the ability that I can step away from the stream, and then you guys would have control, because what I would do, I think it's this button here. I'm going to try it.
So delegated administration.
Like I was in one of the Friday 3D printing community hangouts one night, and they were using the private chat to the person that was kind of presenting what they were presenting, and on topic they would say, "Hey, talk about this,"
Right, it's good to present a rundown and that sort of thing for the people who are participating.
Yeah, now I'm not going to be running this stream long, unfortunately, because I do have things I need to get done today. But I wanted to come on and just talk with you guys since I didn't do it on a Wednesday, because Wednesday I was super, super busy. So
No, it's good. It's so funny because right before you kick this off, I'm obviously working from home today. I'm like, man, I'm lonely. Where is everybody? Nobody's in Discord. Nobody's in Hangouts.
Nobody
live streams
talks to
going on to
me.
listen to. I'm like, I'm bored.
Yeah.
I'm working, but I like that background noise.
There's a lot to be said for a little background noise.
Yeah.
When this is over, I'll go hang out in Discord. Which one we go into?
Oh, I don't know. We'll go to.
We might as well use Ron's because it's there now.
yeah, you can use mine if you want to.
I'm not on Ron's server yet.
Oh, what are you waiting for, Ricky?
I don't have a.
All right, I'll just invite him. Let's see if I can invite you into the Discord.
What target CDNs has StreamYard added? Last I saw, it was YouTube, and I think they had Facebook in there. Where else can you push to?
What do you mean? Push to?
The push the output from StreamYard.
I'm talking about like
only pushes out to YouTube right now.
Only YouTube. Okay, I thought it did Facebook, and I thought they might have added Twitch or something.
Not that I've seen on there. Now I haven't tried to add in any other.
No, it does. It says I'm on the front page. It says streams directly to Facebook, YouTube, and other platforms.
Okay, so they've opened it up then. That's good.
I thought they just gave you an RTMP URL and you could just dump it into wherever you wanted to go.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess they must have changed that. Sure. So I added the Discord to the main chat there for you guys. So if you guys want to join the Discord, there it is right there for you. And it looks like Robbie's busy with something. I'm cleaning resin prints. Right after resin, gloves and all.
I have to disassemble my extruder.
Nice.
I've been putting it off, and I shouldn't put it off very long because if I'm right about this, I have the Prusa custom variant of the E3D heat break that has the little wedge in it. So I need to get that replaced before my warranty runs out on the 20th.
Ooh.
So I may have to do that today. But then again, I have lots of coding that I'm supposed to be doing today.
Okay, I'm going to try something here, guys. I'm going to take... Okay, Joe, I'm going to do this to you. So just stand by for a second. You're going to see your You may notice that you're out of the room, but we're going to see if we can just bring your audio in, just out of curiosity.
Okay.
I'm going to remove him from the stream. And we're going to try to... No, we can't bring him in without his microphone. So, I'm back to the stream. Nope, won't let me do that to you. Sorry.
No worries.
I was hoping just to bring in your audio, but it says no, it can't bring in audio.
So it's just locked to 4 connections. Then is what it is.
Yeah, I'm hoping soon it'll open this up to more connections. I just saw one of my friends.
What you could do is have 2 StreamYard, have another browser pull in StreamYard, connect to StreamYard as a participant, and run the audio from Discord into it.
I could probably do that. That would probably work. Like pull the Discord audio and throw it into here, and then have it go back.
Actually, you wouldn't even need to do it as a second participant. So long as you're there, we'd run it through your audio.
Yeah, I could probably run it. probably be I'd have to do some wiring at my mixer over here because I'd have to bring the audio because I have to do what's known as a mix minus, which is bringing audio in, bringing audio out, and making sure audio goes out to 2 and not repeat itself.
Right. I would think
wiring
though you
that-
could do it in software though. Use it with where's the
Well,
audio
Windows
jack
got rid of a lot of
software.
options in.
Yeah,
their
well, you've
audio
got all the
system.
hardware there too. But I mean, for people who don't have the hardware, you can also do that in software.
Now, you said I thought it does 6. No, Mike, it can only do 4, unfortunately, right now. Probably as they grow, they'll probably open it up to more. It's like both of them said, it's a bandwidth thing.
Yeah. But just to be clear, Hangouts also uses WebRTC.
That's
Now,
true.
now, what happens if an additional person tries to join right now while there are already 4 on? Will it reject them and tell them there's no space?
I don't know. No one's
I would
tried to log
assume
in.
it would add them to the green room and let you choose who you want to display. But let's try it. Somebody hop in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there
Anyone.
somebody else who can try to jump in here and test this? Because it wouldn't be a big deal if you're limited to 4 on screen at a time. You could have more in the green room. Then you could swap people out if you were doing something structured and someone needed to talk about or show something.
Right.
Okay. Let me go make a message here.
You have the
Just a
pan
minute.
lists up. Come on, Ricky. It was funny.
It's
I'm
the
too
whole
tired.
it's the whole back
I'm too tired.
thing. Ricky is just looking very.
That's what I told him. I said, he looks so intent.
He looks like John Wick got a haircut.
Well, last week was a crazy week. I play Thursday through Monday. That's my week. But I had ended up with a double on Friday, and then I ended up with a split double on Monday.
Ooh.
And then I had to drive to St. Louis, leave my house at like 7 o'clock Tuesday morning to drive to St. Louis to take my father-in-law for his chemo treatment. And then I get all the way up there, and they canceled the appointment.
Oh man,
Oh,
they couldn't call you like an hour, 2 hours in advance.
No, the doctor got an emergency call.
Okay, well,
And they can't give him the treatment without the doctor present. So the doctor got an emergency call, and so the appointment was canceled.
right.
So I drove all the way to St. Louis for an appointment that didn't exist anymore. And then, so I thought, well, we'll make this day so it's not a complete waste, because my son has been up there for the past like 2 weeks or whatever, and so he was up there already. So I thought, he's got a season pass to Six Flags, and I was like, well, so I'll take my son to Six Flags, and that we'll do something with the day. So I go up to Six Flags, I buy myself a season pass and the parking pass and all that stuff. So I'm down like $180 by the time I walk into the park. We ride 2 rides, and a thunderstorm comes up out of nowhere and shuts everything down.
Oh, jeez.
So I'm like, I'm down $180. I rode 2 roller coasters, and now I'm leaving.
Yeah, but you have a season pass. I mean, if you
Right.
bought just a day pass and that happened, that would argue.
Oh yeah, then I'd be screwed. Well, because I'm planning on going back to Six Flags. I got to go back up there next Tuesday, but my wife is on vacation, and she hates Six Flags, so she is going to go and take us. Go take him to his appointment. Oh, there's Ryan.
Yeah, we got Ryan in here too.
Yeah.
So
I
now
know his
we're up to
microphone's
5.
muted, so I guess he must have muted himself. So
Well, yeah, he's usually muted.
yeah.
So she's going to take him to his appointment, and I'm going to take my son back to Six Flags, and we're going to try it again next Tuesday. So is 5 showing up on the YouTube stream now, or just
we got 5.
for us? Yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay.
This is interesting. So I guess they've actually made it bigger. So
Or they're
jump
suffering
on.
from the, or
on,
they
just-
have the code that makes it work, but they've
Hey,
just
Ryan,
not
does your
announced it.
microphone work, though? Are you able to just say a quick hello and mute it?
I can unmute him, by the way.
Well, he's muted himself because he's at work and he really can't.
Hey,
there's Chris
everybody.
Riley.
It's
Hey,
Rick
Chris.
Riley's in the house.
Hey, maybe Chris will jump in and see if we can get 6.
Actually, Chris, I
Yeah.
wanted to talk to you.
Run,
Because
Chris, run.
you guys, yeah, right.
Hide, Chris.
That
Hide.
is the way. Yes. No, I was gonna pitch Wirecast to you guys, but having messed around with StreamYard for 10 minutes, that might be a better solution for Fun in the Country Basement.
Yeah.
But the
Yeah.
Wirecast guys might. I'll shoot you a link. We might be able to get a license for Wirecast if you're interested in trying that out.
Yeah, this StreamYard thing seems pretty cool. So
It does. It's a lot cooler than the last time that I used it, which was like
and we can
8
make
months
this
ago.
even better for you, Ricky, is when you're doing your live stream with
Mhm.
you and Blender, you could
Right.
actually have just your screen and have here. Well, actually, hang on a second here. I want to mute all you guys. I do apologize. Don, I'm just going to go to the green room here just to show something here. So I do apologize, everybody. I'm putting you all in the green room here. As long as you guys can still hear me, that's perfect. Give me a thumbs up if you guys can hear me. Great. Okay, I'm seeing them. Okay, so if I wanted to bring in, say, just show you guys my screen here, I'm just going to pull up this screen to share it twice. So I can go with a small screen. I can go with a big screen like this. And this can show you can still be here and you can show your screen working on stuff. So you would have both screens showing your video, but also showing what you're working on. So everyone can see here. It's a little bit easier to do it than how Streamlabs likes to do theirs. And OBS does theirs also. So I'm going to bring everybody back in. So everybody's there. There you go.
Gotta say real quick, good morning to D. Hope he's feeling better.
Oh, D's on here?
Oh,
good
hey
morning,
man,
D.
how's it going?
Sorry, man. I missed that.
Oh, I was just saying hi to D.
So what causes the text that pops up on the bottom of the screen here? Is that just anytime somebody chats, or are you
I
specific?
can pull it up from the chat. So say if I wanted to pull up something very early in the morning, like this one here. Let's have a look. So I'll bring up.
You're able to highlight a message. You're able to highlight a specific message for discussion rather than having them randomly pop up.
Yeah. Wait, who the hell invited Ricky?
That's James.
Hey,
Gotta love him.
Ron, did you see Edge of Tech's message there? He says the facts page says you can have 6 on and 10 in the broadcast studio.
Oh
Yeah.
wow!
When
It's
I
upped it
first,
quite a bit.
yeah, now when I first signed up for this, it was only 4, and they said you can have up to 8 in the waiting room. So
they
I
found
think
room
they
to squeeze 2
increased
more
it.
into the broadcast and the waiting room.
Yeah.
That's cool.
They brought in a couple more chairs in the waiting room and squeezed them in.
So, Ron, did you say that there was delegated administration?
Yeah, so I can. What do you mean by delegated?
I mean, can you make me an administrator so I can see the list of participants in the waiting room? Because when you put us all into the waiting room, I can only see me.
Right.
I don't think you can see the others in the waiting room.
Then,
Even if unless you are the host.
but you can't delegate host privileges to others.
No, I can't, unfortunately.
Okay.
Now, is it a matter of needing to be logged in as well? Because I'm not even logged in.
Yeah, me either. That could be it too. I mean, I'm sure you can't delegate host privileges to someone who's not logged in. I probably have a StreamYard account.
I'm gonna go create a StreamYard account.
See, all I have is I have options to do settings. I got options for my own browser, and let's go fix this up. So
Good job, Ron. Now you got me interested in another software. It's not like I don't have enough to do.
Hey, should we bring Colin back in? What did you guys votes? Yay or nay?
Yeah.
Thumbs up or thumbs down?
Thumbs up.
Okay.
I guess
You've been
we have
voted back to the
discovered-
island.
I guess we have discovered a design flaw here. This is where you want to implement modal overlays so you don't dump people out of the room when they go to perform administration tasks. Now, if I click on settings, is it going to give me a modal overlay? Is it going to kick me out again?
I don't.
Ooh, nope. Okay, modal overlay. Good. It was just a login that won't let you. It won't let you do it while you're in a session, which I guess sort of makes sense.
I'm looking at this here, and I can see like it doesn't give me control. Like I can hand someone over the studio. I can invite people into the studio. I just can't switch it over to them.
Well, maybe if one of us were
Considered
logged in,
beta.
maybe if one of us were logged in, it would give us that option. Give you that option.
Well, we're gonna find out. I think we just lost. I believe he's logging in right now.
Okay.
Yeah. This program is simple enough that allows me to do things, which is what I kind of like about this. So, like I said, I can do my Patreon and tell you I'm on Patreon, and send me money on Streamlabs if you want to send me money on Streamlabs. You know,
Does
so
it give
can
you
do that type of stuff
flexibility
too.
as far as the background for the Chiron?
For the Chiron?
The pop-up text.
Oh yeah, so I can make any type of pop-up text I want to. You know.
I mean, in terms of giving background colors and shapes for the background and gradients and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Okay,
The
so
only
now I'm
bad thing
actually
about
logged-
this program is that I don't see when people log back in. If I'm busy doing something else, I can't just have it automatically bring in people. I have to say yes, bring that person in.
Yeah, well, in that sense, it's a video switcher and not a chat app, which makes sense. It would be nice if they had some sort of a beep code or something to notify you that someone is waiting in the waiting room or something like that.
Hey, we just had Nat 3D sign in. So hey, how's it going, buddy?
Here, bounce me out and have him in.
No,
Well, no, he hasn't signed in.
We can go up to 6.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. So if you guys want to sign in, remember
we only discussed that for 10 minutes before.
Remember, guys, you can always come on in. It's an open chat. So
Yeah.
you just go to Wiley's homepage right on the general side. Sorry, Wiley's Discord, I should say. Webpage. But you guys can jump in and have some fun, and we can all chat in here. But yeah, like I said, this was going to be a short stream anyway, so I wasn't planning on doing it too long. But I can still be on until I guess I'm going to push it till 10:30 here. So what's new with everybody, anyways?
What's new? I have nothing new. my only issue is I have to tear apart this hot end, which I don't want to have to do. But then again, I kind of do before my warranty runs out.
Was that an MK3 or MK3S?
That's a Mark III.
And
So I
what-
had a notification on Twitter of somebody liking my retweet, and I'm like, when did I retweet that? I don't even remember that. Clicked on it. It was from back in September of last year. I'm like,
I have people do that all the time, especially related to Blab, coincidentally, because I did a thing on there quite frequently called Nerd World, and so people will frequently retweet our announcements for Nerd World from 3 years ago.
Nice.
It's kind of nuts.
like necromancy for tweeting. Bring it back to the dead. September of 2018. I'm like, I don't even remember this.
Yeah.
I hear you.
So we had someone come in.
So here's something interesting. In order to log into StreamYard, it's a per session login, and they email you the code,
Yeah.
not a permanent user account.
Well, no, you can make a permanent user account in Streamlabs if you're going to stream out.
You're
can't-
you're conflating Streamlabs and StreamYard again.
oh, sorry. StreamYard
They're very
allows you to
different.
make. Yeah, I just realized that.
Yeah.
I can make an account on StreamYard. I can make a account to say which account I want to stream to. It doesn't give you the. I didn't see the ability on there. Oh, sorry.
It's just
Oh.
basically a two-factor login, but it's not even a two-factor login. It's in order to log in.
It's like a one-time use password.
Yeah, it's a one-time use password. That's what it is.
Yeah. Let's see here. See if I can find my StreamYard account.
Ooh, that's a little bit bright.
You don't really need all you got to do is just take.
No, I have one from a long time ago.
Yeah, but all it is, you put your email in there and hit login, and it sends.
Yeah, but I have to figure out which email it was. Give me a
Oh,
minute.
come on! You got 50 emails? Probably. It's all good.
Yeah, right. What do you think?
I think I got like 5. I know what you mean.
I've got no less than 16 that I can think of right now.
What email addresses?
Yes.
I got about 43, I think.
Well, if you can't really count all the ones that I don't ever use that were just created, because I have a reseller web hosting account.
Mhm.
And so, like, every one of my websites that I have on my reseller hosting thing has its own email addresses, and I've set up email addresses that just redirect straight to an email address I actually check, like, info at and support at and things like that. If you count all those, I'd over 100.
Yeah. I think I have that I check on a regular basis 5.
Red Light, you may have 3, but you have like 24 accounts on Country 3D's Discord.
Yeah.
I think you sign up for a new account every time you log into it or something. I don't know.
He just forgets his username and password. That's all. It's easier just to make a new one.
Probably for him. No, I have like 43 email accounts, but I only use 10 of the 43. The other ones are used from old shows I used to have, from old people I don't talk to as often. And some of them are used as spam boxes where I send all my bacon to. Basically, I call bacon the ones that you sign up
Hey, Ron.
just to see something. Yep.
So Agitech, he's asking if you could send the link for the StreamYard directly to his email because he's not in Wiley's Discord.
Oh, is that what he's asking for? I'm sorry.
Yep.
I misunderstood what he was asking for.
Yep, no problem.
Oh, yeah, I can email that to him right now.
Okay, that's not at all spammy.
That's not what I wanted to do,
The
sorry.
name, the from address for the StreamYard passcode is your friends at.
Yeah, I know.
That's not at all.
I know they got some
problematic.
weird stuff going on
No,
in the background.
that's just growing pains, It's okay.
Yeah, just don't mind me here. I'm just getting just sending something off to Jim. So I'll just take myself out of the picture and you guys can continue.
So here now I'm logged in. You can do all these various things. Add a destination. Now, if I want to use my logged in account with this setup, I guess I need to hit reload and it'll kick me out and Ron will need to re-add me. So I shall do that and wait.
Oh, yeah, that's what it did. It kicked me out when I logged in. It kicked me out. But you have to have the page you logged into still open and open up another tab to this. Otherwise, it logs you out again.
And then we're all going to be mad at ourselves whenever they do get rid of Google Hangouts, and we've spent all this time trying to find a workaround for it. But the same day they get rid of Google Hangouts, they release something better.
Right. Well, we were discussing that earlier.
Yeah, and then we're going to go.
Probably
We wasted
gonna
all
use-
this time on these other platforms.
Well, the theory is they're going to make use of Google Meet, which is basically
Yeah.
the same thing.
Or Google Chat, or Hangouts Chat.
Or Duo, or what the hell are the other ones that?
Yeah, Duo is the one on that's on the phone now.
6 different
But
things. All right, now that Ron's
they
back,
Google, it's a Google world. We just live in it.
Yeah, well, but here's the thing: is they said they're going to put Hangouts Chat or Google Hangouts. They're going to build it into your Gmail. Google Hangouts Chat is going to be built into your Gmail.
I do not like that part.
But here's the thing: is
well,
that they're
it's
building
already
Hangouts Chat.
built into your Gmail. Hangouts is distinct from Hangouts on air.
Right, but what they're saying is they're going to put a link to it in the Gmail.
Right.
So if they're going to put the link, that means they're not fully getting rid of Hangouts. They're just rebranding it to Hangouts.
No, they're just killing it. They're just killing off Hangouts on air.
Right.
Right.
They're killing Hangouts on air within the event planner in YouTube. So you'll still be able to use Hangouts chat, video chat, or you'll be able to, I'm guessing they're going to open up Google Meet to outside of their enterprise software. Because right now Google Meet is only in their enterprise.
Right. Well, the only distinction here that Hangouts on Air offers is a direct linkage to YouTube. So I guess that's what Google Meet offers as well. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. All right. So now that Ron's back, I am going to reload and see if it walls me back out or it does something else stupid with the thing here.
Okay.
Yeah, because if you go to meet.googles.com, you can only just add a code. You can't create your own.
Okay, it looks like the Edge of Tech is here with us. So I'm just going to bring him in the stream here. There he
What's
is.
up, guys?
Hey, how's it
Not
going?
much.
Not much. Can you hear me okay?
Yep. Really well.
So I'm currently at work, but I wanted to test theory here. I am using my cell phone as a halls. So
Yeah,
it
it's
is
working pretty
very
well.
possible. It said it was experimental when I joined, but it's very possible to use a mobile device to join the stream.
Yeah, Colin, when he first joined, he was on a mobile device. He said that the screen was, slightly different than the desktop. Said that it sounds. Colin, is Colin back in here? I don't know if he liked the desktop versus the mobile edition better.
Right. Well, I think the desktop is nicer, but I do have some cool features. I can see the chat. I can flip my video.
Yeah, they don't like
What's
that.
cool is that I can do this, and I can show the room I'm in.
That's nice.
So what's sweet is if I'm talking or maybe I have a live stream like the other night. I wanted to show my garage. I just showed some pictures. I could actually just grab my phone, go out into the garage and show, or whatever, the studio or whatever, and show what I want to do.
No, that's good.
Okay,
And
you're let the machine win. I will send that to you. Give me a just send me is anybody connected to Mike on Twitter in this chat?
I think
Yeah.
I am.
Okay, if you guys want to send him the
So-
link to this chat so he can come in, he wants to try coming in on an iPad.
I'll send it to him.
Okay, thanks.
So
You got it, Ricky?
Yeah.
Okay.
the other thing that this might do, if you're streaming by yourself and you have a couple of devices, theoretically, you could set them up as separate cameras in your own stream.
Yeah,
I guess you could have them all call in,
Alright.
and then you can just go to that camera whenever
So
you
you
need
just
to.
link each device, and then maybe you're doing your own stream and you want to show something else. And some people don't have multicam support, in their studio, but they might have an extra tablet or a phone.
Yeah, because all you have to do is just use an additional email address.
No, not even that. You just click the link and it asks you to join.
Oh,
Well,
yeah,
that's that
good
thing.
point.
It uses
That's a
web.
good point.
And by the way, nice to meet you guys.
Yeah.
Nice meeting you too.
I'm
We've
Jim.
heard of you. We just haven't had you in this conversation, so it's great to have you
Yeah.
here.
Good
Well,
morning, Jim.
normally, I'm at work. Currently, I'm at work.
Additional email address and additional.
What?
What was that?
You don't need a machine.
Yeah, that's what Jim said. Jim said you just got to click on the link.
The only thing I don't see is I can't see the chat. So
Yeah,
Oh,
that's,
like the YouTube chat. Yeah.
I bet
that
you
kinda
there's a button
stinks.
on there. I bet you there's a button somewhere on the screen that will pop the chat up to full screen where you can
well,
see that.
because I'm connected in through
Yeah,
StreamYard, not YouTube.
We're streaming.
I can't see the YouTube chat.
We're
But
streaming.
right. But what's cool is I can see like a private chat between anybody in the group here.
Yeah,
But
and I
it doesn't present.
No, we lost him.
Uh,
And he went away.
He went a bye-bye.
He clicked something wrong.
Yep. There he is. Now he's back.
Oh, that. Yeah.
Hey, by the way, don't hit the back button.
well, that's what this is all about, testing this.
That's right. Well, I
I said
wanted
you
to check
clicked
this
something
out.
wrong.
and
Oh, you the StreamYard chat. I can see that from.
Mr. Buttram's liking this. Yeah, the only way I can see any of the, because I'm not watching YouTube, the only way I can see that is if he pops them on the screen. But yeah, this is pretty sweet. Especially, I've been doing. I emailed Ron yesterday, and I've been talking to him, and actually grabbed his referral code.
What are the login? What are the log buttons, Matt?
What was that?
The login button. If you click it, it logs you out of this chat. Trust me,
Nice.
I did that.
Nice.
It would be nice if I can't wait till they get more people in here. I mean, if we could have like 5 and have a full 10 on the screen, and then whoever's in charge of that can actually is good enough at, sorting through everything. That'd be
Sure.
awesome. Oh, hang on.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, 6 people on and 10 people in the studio at one time, that's a lot of people for one chat. It gets kind of crazy if you have more than that.
Oh yeah. To look at the
There he is.
all you got to do is look at the every other week Saturday night meetup that Buttram does, and he's gotten 10 people in there. Granted, it's gone really well. I don't think we've ever had people stepping over the top of each other. It's been a good flow.
It has
That's
been.
awesome.
So, Mike, how are you liking the look of this?
I like the way it works. I've watched other people use it, so.
This is
The
the
only
first
thing I
I've
don't
heard
like
of it.
is if you do a live stream, you can't bring in extra cameras or anything. Like, you just can't.
Unless you're running like OBS in the background.
Through OBS, and then that kind of negates this because this just does the subset of what OBS does for most people, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But if say your machine is not good enough to run OBS, I was mentioning, I think when you were signing in, you may be able to have like I'm on my phone right now, and I have a couple of tablets at home. I might be able to sign in with those and use those as, second cameras, and basically they're just second users joined, and I could call them like camera 1 and camera 2 or whatever you wanted to call it.
Or something.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
So
Like I'm on an iPad now because my PC's locked up going to work. I'll get there eventually. I'm only 2 hours late. Not unusual.
You know what? Though? It'll be interesting to see what Google does with Hangouts chat, because I think the stuff I've been reading, because I've been trying to find as many articles as I can on it to see what's going on. It doesn't look like Hangouts
good
is
screen
going away. What's that, Colin?
nope, I think we lost Colin.
Yeah,
Well, he's still here, but
his streams or data stream has been going up and down. But I think that or they're going to open up that Google Meet to everyone.
Right.
So even though this is really great, it's a great alternative if it works out. But to Mike's point, Hangouts right now, you don't even have to use OBS. Use Hangouts.
Right.
So
what I liked, I saw when I was looking into this after I emailed Ron about it yesterday. I started watching the actual StreamYard YouTube channel. They do a bunch of stuff on there, and then they showed how to do things. And one thing I liked is that on one of their streams, they actually told people use the trial version for now. Wait till we go to the other versions to jump up and start paying the money. And not that I don't want to, but I think it's cool. But I also think what they're trying to do is give everybody all the options now, so you get used to it and get it dialed in. And then when they, make the changes, you'll have to pay the money to see your changes that you made.
Yeah, absolutely. It'll definitely be interesting to see how it goes, especially if they can keep the free version,
right,
as good as they have this now. If that'll be nice.
Well, think about things like Fun in the Country Basement. I chatted. Chris Riley was in here earlier. I'm not sure if he's still here, but those guys, they were talking about what to go to as well.
Yeah,
and
well,
if it's a free, if it's a free platform and only one person has to host it, it takes most of the resources and everything off your PC and just drops them on these guys' servers, right?
Yeah.
And so I think Walter been having a lot of connection issues at his trailer there, and I think this might help that because he's not trying to push all those resources. Now, not saying his upload isn't probably a little low, but at the same time,
he's got a good upload.
Yeah,
he talks about it. He's got a decent upload.
Right. Well, you're running a single.
For some strange reason, Colin, I don't know what's going on. You might have to log out, log back in because your stream you're cutting in and out like tomorrow.
That or reboot your router.
Yeah.
When in doubt, reboot, right? Have you tried turning it off and back on again?
Oh no!
You know what is so funny, Jim, is the help desk support guy sits behind me. That's the first thing he says every single time somebody calls in.
Really?
Did you restart?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and I also work in IT for a hospital group here, and luckily I'm not on the help desk, but I wish they would ask that question and actually make it happen, because I'd say 6 times out of 10 we're just rebooting to get stuff to fixed anyway.
Oh yeah.
But the IT crowd, great show. Welcome. If you haven't seen it.
Yeah. Hey, Colin.
So, is this any better?
Yes, we got Colin back again. Woohoo!
So
nice.
So that means it was not my network. It was the WebRTC that was screwing up. Interesting.
Interesting.
Because all I did was reload the web page.
Yeah, that's basically all it is. I remember back in the days when, if you've been chatting for 1 hour on Skype, you become a Cylon, and you had to log out, log back in.
Yeah,
that's going to be that'll be the big question is how long they're going to allow the streams to go. You know what I mean? So I think one of their options is like unlimited whatever streaming or whatever, but is there a time limit on these? And again, with like Fun in the Country Basement, those guys, if they kept the free version, if it's as good as it is now, I mean, a lot of people could benefit from that, not only those guys, but I think that'd be an awesome option. And I think it looks way better. I mean, because you have different configurations, right, Ron? You can change us around.
Yeah, I can change like everything. I have control from the branding color. As everyone just noticed, I just changed everybody's to minimal name tags.
Right.
I can pop in comments that I find interesting, like LOL, like right there you go. Good morning with Robbie Mac from
Robbie Mac.
Yeah, Robbie Mac's in the house.
Yeah, you should try and see if Robbie Mac can hop in and see how that works with the 7th person.
Yeah, Robbie Mac, you want to jump in? Come on in, buddy. You're welcome.
Hey, Ron, can you experiment with the different view setups you can do? So I think you can do one big one and us on the side or on the bottom. Can we see what that looks like?
Sure. You mean like something like that?
Oh, that looks really good, Ron.
That's cool.
So I am now the king of everything. What can I say?
but say you're interviewing somebody and you want to drop them in the center like that, and you have all the names still there. It looked like.
Yep.
And you can make that person front and center, but still see the other people. That's pretty awesome. I mean, I think for free, especially if it was only $20, oh boy, that's scary. But
okay,
for-
Robbie, I got to see that. Robbie, you got to join in here. I got to see that.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and I don't know
I
if
think-
we'll even see Robbie. He might just sit in Ron's studio, and then Ron will have to choose which one of us gets booted for the next person. So,
Yeah.
and that would work good if,
Well,
For
since you're the
instance-
last guy in the channel at the end there, I'll just have to put you against that.
that sounds good.
Boom.
I'm
Okay.
gonna
I thought
go
it was
use
first
my
in, last out.
yeah. I'm gonna go use my
Really?
hammer and start banning everybody then.
No,
But,
I
um,
don't. The one thing I don't like about this program is
and
I
there,
don't
I'll-
have control. That if I need to kick someone out of the chat, I cannot do that. So I have to rely on my moderators to kick someone out of the chat if they start, posting.
oh,
Why
on the
can't you?
YouTube side?
well, could you pop out the YouTube chat and put it like
Yeah.
on a second screen or side by side?
I could do that. It's
Okay.
just more of a pain to do.
Sure.
But if I need to jump into my chat to kick someone out, I can easily jump over there. Because if I go back and I go,
I'm not
show
even a
my screen
moderator.
here. Share.
Oh man.
What? I didn't make you a moderator?
No,
Okay, I gotta fix
YouTube
that.
Chat was built in
Oh boy.
Hangouts.
Hey, on
Neither is
Ron's
Zelda.
channel, everybody's a moderator.
No, not everyone's a moderator.
Neither is Skalda.
I don't think. But if I need to jump into YouTube, I can click on here where it says view on YouTube. I can jump in there and kick someone out if I have to right away. Jump back over here, which is not
Could
a
you-
problem. But
Could you use a second tab up there to go into the like is it how does it show on YouTube side? Is it in the studio or is it do you
shows
just
me
have to
this
click
first? So I go, okay, don't show me this again, or I can just click on go to YouTube. We're recommending closing YouTube while you're live to save on bandwidth. Yeah, whatever.
Oh,
Go
okay.
to YouTube.
That makes sense.
Then I can
So,
go
yeah.
into my YouTube. Let me just mute myself here.
Oh, nice.
And I
Then you
can see controls
pop
of
out.
everybody's. Yeah.
Hey, Walter's here.
So you could
Hey!
hey Walter. What's up, Walter?
Good morning, Walter.
So Ron, you could pop out the chat and then hide that window or close that window, right?
Yeah, so I'm going to just go and do something right now. There you go, Joe. You're now a moderator. I just took care of that. Yeah.
I was just picking on you, Ron. That's all.
I know
love
you're
it.
picking on me, but I figured it's about time I made you one. Stop stream. There we go. And we're going to go full screen. There we go.
Somebody's got a ring going on.
Nice.
Me. Amazon just delivered something.
Ooh.
I thought maybe it was your work calling you, going, "Why are you 2 hours late?"
No, it's his work calling him. Why are you doing YouTube and not being at work?
This is your work. We're watching you on the stream.
Right.
There you go.
If I show
Well, I
up
just,
early, I think somebody's getting fired. So
Nice.
Uh,
There
I
we
posted
go.
hey country.
Now we can
Hey,
see that.
Hey Walter. I think I was telling Chris Riley was here a little bit ago, Walter. I think this would be a great alternative for you guys. It looks
Hangout.
really good, and all of the processing is pretty much done on the server.
yeah.
Okay. Looks
If,
like
if
we're
Hangouts
losing.
if Google Hangouts dies, this is a great alternative.
Yeah.
Right. And you can use if this free version stays this good, that would be awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's going to
I
be.
mean, even for $20, even if you had a weekly thing like Fun in the Country Basement, and it was only $20 a month for that plan, I mean, heck, you could split that if you wanted to 3 ways. That's nothing.
Well, I think they have with Patreons they're able to cover it anyways,
That'd be cool.
because I think
I'm not-
Fun in the Country Basement has a Patreon.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And if Walter, if you want in, just go to Wiley's old Discord. We are the link is there. If you want to jump in and join us for a few minutes, I can bring you on in, and you can see how this actually looks and feels on the on as a guest side. And then if you feel like getting this, it is free. It is if you want like have your logo at the top where it says StreamYards, you can have it say something else.
Yeah, if anybody pops
you
in,
can put your
you can
logo-
throw me in the back room.
Yeah, same.
I wouldn't throw you in the background. I'd probably throw Ricky
And,
in the background since he's not at his desk.
and-
But
Yeah.
And if you need a logo, reach out to Robbie Mack.
yeah,
Yeah.
Robbie Mack will do your logo for you at
For
a
a price.
very good price.
Heck yeah.
Probably.
I just got my he actually hooked me up, and I got my banner. It delivered yesterday. So when my new studio is ready, I'll put the banner behind the wall, and I got a new banner with my logo on it now, thanks to Robbie Mack.
Sweet.
Robbie Mack is awesome.
He is.
He's the cat's meow.
See, if I had money, I would be paying Robbie Mack some money to design a new logo. But
I tell you what, when you do get to that point, he is super reasonable on his pricing. And you have a decent logo already, but
well, the logo was produced by a friend of mine. He found this picture of the maple leaf and found another kind of design he kind of liked and said, "Hang on, I can do that and make it something different." So he took like the two maple leaf designs they had, he did it on his iPhone, and just came up with that in less than 10 minutes.
Hey,
Nice.
you know what? For an iPhone, build, it's pretty damn good.
Yeah.
right. That's
And I'm
pretty
actually
awesome.
thinking of getting him on because he wants to talk a little bit about design and 3D printing. And I know that he does stuff in SolidWorks and Fusion 360. I'm thinking of bringing him on and just say, okay, ask a designer type idea and just have questions like someone's trying to figure out a design that they're not 100% sure on in Fusion 360 or something like that, and have him come on and explain about it a little bit as a we probably won't do it live. I haven't figured out how I want to do it as of yet, but I think that's something else I want to bring to the channel is give you guys some tips and tricks that you might have not thought of that you can do in Fusion 360 that might give you that, because I know Ricky is all about Blender, so we want to step on
Open source,
Ricky's
baby.
Yeah.
if you want,
Keep it open source, man.
hang on. I'm going to give Ricky control of the camera here for a second. Oops. Sorry, Ricky. I made you right there. But there you go, Ricky. You got 5 minutes to explain what your channel is about.
Blender. Designing stuff in Blender that is 3D printable and then printing it. So you can make cool stuff like this.
Now you got 4 minutes left.
Yeah.
Entertain us.
I recently, with
Smokey dance.
the new computer that I've gone to Blender 2.8, so there's been a little bit of a learning curve because Blender 2.8 is totally different than Blender 2.79 was. So I'm looking forward to all the new content and learning as we go. And I got some new add-ons and stuff as well. I paid for another add-on that is a game changer. So it's gonna be fun as soon as I figure out how to use it right.
That's what it's all about, Ricky. It's all about learning.
Nice.
Yep. So that gives you guys why Ricky is who Ricky is, which I'm pointing down at the bottom because that's where he is right now.
Nice.
And if you're not subscribed to Ricky's channel, what the heck's wrong with you people?
Yes.
Can you
Hey, Ricky, speaking of real quick, if you need microphone help, let me know when you got some time, and I'll see if we can do a hangout or something and get you all set up.
ooh.
Yeah,
Right.
we'll get that. We'll
I'd
get your
love to help
microphone
you
up
out.
and running.
For some reason, my new computer keeps seeing it as headphones.
Oh,
It doesn't
You have
see
it
it.
plugged into the
problem.
headphone jack?
Have you, I was gonna say, if you
It's
plug it
USB.
into the audio, into the
Show me
white
the
out.
bottom of the microphone. Does it have a plug in for headphones?
Nice.
No, it's just
USB.
USB. Now there's headphones and a headphone plug in the back and an instrument jack, so I can plug an instrument into it.
Okay, I think
That's
I
why
know
I
what's
use it as
going on.
headphones because
This is also like a studio recording mic.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's
So I can
probably
plug an
got
instrument
a
into
set of drivers that
Yeah.
it needs to recognize it as something other than the default USB profile that it's got associated with it.
Yeah, so I don't know if the
Also-
default USB profile is just picking up the headphone jack in the back of it or
That's
something.
right. Well, that would be my guess. Yeah.
Is there
Well,
any
but-
hey Ricky, is there any in device manager or if you go to your sound settings, is there a disabled device? Maybe it's disabled.
No, in fact, it's enabled and it reads it as a Samsung G-Track Pro
Nice.
Okay, guys. So just let you know, I do
But
only have control of
Says it's headphones.
I can only allow 6 people in here because I just had to remove no let the machines win mic to bring in country. So yeah, it only allows us up to 6.
Look, and
Gotcha.
I'm not going to be here very long. I heard somebody say something. I had to answer a call, but I heard somebody say something about the Fun in the Country Patreon. Was there a question about that? Oh, we were just wondering, because the StreamYards, you can get like the pro version of it or something to that effect, or upgraded premium version for $20 a month. And we were just saying, if you guys, if Google Hangouts does completely die and you guys can't use it, StreamYards might be an option for you guys, and then you can even do the $20. Look at the $20 a month. Yeah, and sorry about the no camera, but I look kind of like Mike Whaley right now. No shirt, my chest all. I turned the camera off. But we had actually talked about doing that, like a Fun in the Country Basement Patreon. But right now we're keeping the separate entities completely separate. We just do it because we were going to do it as a get together, and we just thought we'd start broadcasting. Didn't know it was going to take off like it did. It's taking off like a rocket. Oh, nice. I know, and it is a fun stream every Sunday. But as right now, we don't have anything where you can just support Fun in the Country Basement. So
right, and I think in your last stream, you were talking about maybe having one of the guys host a server, and you guys like basically call in and everything goes from his server. But I think this might solve that problem for you. And they have a free version. That's what Ron's using right now, and it's so far very good. And the stream quality looks good. All the resources are off their server, so it takes them away from your PC. And then you don't have to worry about, having one person, basically do all this work every time. Basically, the person who's going to, run it that week loads the thing, sends you guys the invite, just like kind of like Google Hangouts, and then they just click, on the link and join you. Right, and I was actually once I saw this, I was actually going to look into it because it may be something we can do. I don't know what the difference between the free and the paid version is, but I don't think it would break any one of us to pay $20 a month for an account. Well, right now there's no difference because they have everything open and unlocked for everyone. When they get to that point, there'll be some differences, and it's outlined on the StreamYards page. But like you said, for $20, you guys could still rotate it around. Now, the only thing about the whole $20 thing for you guys rotate who hosts every week. Right. And so you may have to share the username and password of whatever you do. That way that person can log in, and send you guys the invites every week. Yeah, and that's not a problem. I mean, I've given Glenn my YouTube username and password before. Sure. If you miss that stream where he hosted as me, everybody thought I was coming on. That was awesome.
With the taped on beard.
With the taped on beard. Yeah, that was great. So
Robbie Mac just dropped out of the stream because he said, "I don't want to take up anyone else's space." No, Robbie, you're allowed to come on back.
And I'm fixing to get off of here because I actually do have a meeting I have to go to. So I just wanted to talk to y'all about that. But thanks for showing the StreamYard because that is something we can look into and use.
Put a shirt on before the meeting.
Well, it's not a video meeting either.
Oh,
okay.
Doing that from home.
Yeah, I'm 100% from home now, so
it's a clothing optional meeting.
Yeah, absolutely. Because we use Microsoft Teams and it's just voice only. So
okay.
There's Robbie Mac.
But anyway, I'm gonna jump back off of here and thank y'all for allowing me to be in here. And
later, buddy.
We'll see y'all later.
Walter, you're always welcome. You know that, man.
Later,
guys. I gotta bail too. I probably should get back to my desk and make sure I don't have any work to do. And I'm in a conference room. I'm in a conference room right now, so if I take my shirt off, that won't go well.
Go for it. Go for it.
But thanks for letting me join. I appreciate it. I wish maybe I can break out some time and join you guys more often like this, hiding in a conference room or something. But if you check it out, I just posted on all of the whatever, the social medias, we'll call it.
I think EduTech has his own show now, hiding in the conference room.
That's a completely different channel, completely different show. But I posted on social media. I broke the 2,300 barrier today, and I appreciate everyone on here that has subscribed to my channel too. You guys rock. I appreciate that, guys.
Yeah,
Cool,
no worries.
Congrats,
Yep.
man.
And if you haven't, I'm going to check out. I'm going to go back to the YouTube because I can just watch and listen from there. And I'm going to make sure I click on. If you guys all comment in the comments on YouTube, I'll double check and make sure I'm subscribed to everybody out there too.
Yeah,
Cool.
make sure you subscribe to all
Cool.
of us.
I definitely will. It's I just got to find y'all. So that's why I said if you comment in the chat and YouTube, I can click on you and find you. But
Oh,
Cool,
we're
guys.
always making comments, Jim.
Yeah,
this is true. This is true.
Some
Hey, you
remarks.
guys have a great
others.
day. And we'll talk later, guys. Have a later.
Thanks for coming in, Jim. We appreciate
See-
it.
Talk
Later.
soon.
Take it easy, man.
Okay, now we can bring Colin back
Now we can
in.
get Colin back in. So only you can see everyone that's in the green room then?
That is correct. So I'll bring Colin.
Yeah,
back.
that seems like a massive design flaw. I mean, I can understand other people not having access and
When
do anything about who's in the
Ryan
green room.
and Ricky both sent me, and they're both different. So it
Yeah, it'd be nice,
generates a new,
to
fresh
actually
link
see 'em.
for every person that gets.
Huh. I just
So
pulled
it's
mine
not
off.
a common link for just anybody to jump in.
I just copied the
Although
link off the
obviously-
Discord chat and posted it to you.
Yeah.
Well, it seems like that would suggest they're going to have expiring links at some point. Because the fact that everyone can share a link is arguably not a good thing for their metrics.
No.
Probably. And Edutech is back in the chat, so you guys be careful. He'll boot you if
And
he wants to.
And he said to post a comment in the chat, so I did.
So, yeah, let me go
Yeah.
post something.
Yeah, I was seeing.
I shall say
I saw-
something.
I saw that right there. The that's what you just have to post down. It's just comment, guys.
All right.
Just
Well,
like
here's what
Stella
you got to
did.
work on.
Comment.
Here's what you got to work on, though, Ron. You got to work on the YouTube, talking or the voice in the back.
Yeah.
In honor of Mike. The robotic voice in the background.
If this would support it, I would have it on. Trust me.
Facebook Tears of Joy.
Facebook tears of joy. Facebook tears of joy. Facebook tears of joy.
Oh my god.
One thing I've noticed since my music can't get to YouTube chat except on a machine behind there, but one thing I've noticed is the more people that came in, the audio got a little bit scrunchy. But their mobile stuff, they say it's buggy, but the audio got kind of crackly a few times. But as more people came in,
Yeah.
Ron, did you just put my comment up there?
Oh,
Are you
that's
really
fine.
that
Yes.
desperate for comments? Jesus. I said I was going to say something, and I did. It didn't require you to present it to people.
Oh, I
Put
presented
all
everything.
of them
To
up there,
yeah, I
Colin.
did. Just the ones that you guys just typed in a few sentences, like that one word comment. And then I see something. It's like, hey, that's different. Post it.
Oh my goodness.
Making sure Edutech knows that these are the channels he needs to subscribe to.
That's
Yeah.
important.
So, Robbie Mac, how you been, buddy? How you feeling?
Good. I got a resin printer. It's awesome.
Oh, which one?
Cool.
Yeah, you lucky.
The
I saw
Photon
that.
cubic-
You
I
suck.
printed the lattice cube. And
Oh, I
turned
think I
out-
saw that picture. Yeah.
Yeah, I just went 2-dimensional this time instead of 3-dimensional.
Intentionally?
No, it stuck to the FET film instead of the build plate, so it just kept projecting it. It ended up a 2D image, but I did end up getting.
But you managed to get it
on
off
my
the
second
film, though.
try.
You managed to
Oh,
get it
yeah,
off the film,
it
though,
comes
which
off
is good.
The FET film pretty easily.
That's
I
cool.
did manage to get it printed.
So now, getting the point of view of a new resin printer user,
Yes,
how bad does it stink and how messy is it?
it doesn't stink at all.
And do you find that you've
Now,
developed any new allergies?
Having said that, I'm only using the Anycubic resin that came with the printer. I do have other resins that I haven't even started messing with yet. But I was very surprised because I put it in our gun room, which I can close the door, open a window there. I closed the intake for the air conditioning so it didn't end up running through the smell going through the whole house. And actually it was barely noticeable. And then So I asked my wife, because I've worked for years in solvent printer business and all that, and I thought, well, maybe my nose is just screwed or something. I can't smell this stuff. And I
Yeah.
asked her to pop her head in, and she took 3 big sniffs from the door, and she's like, "Well, I kind of smell something." But
Hey,
she was
Robbie?
like, that doesn't smell at all. I mean, to me, the IPA smells way worse than the resin does when you're cleaning
Right.
stuff.
Well, because I've worked with resins and stuff before, back before I was doing 3D printing, when I was making some custom vehicles and stuff, and using resin to cast parts and things like that. And that resin was stinky. I didn't know if the UV resin was as bad.
I've got some, I think it's Soraya, something like that, resin
Yeah.
that
Hey,
I have to test yet, and I'll let you guys know.
Robbie,
Okay.
Overall,
just to let you know, your microphone's a little low. We're having someone said that it's a little hard to hear.
How's that?
Not a little too much, but
Sorry.
Hey, Robbie, you're gonna deep throat that, huh?
Wow.
oh,
It's only 10:45 in the morning. Wow. But no,
I don't know how that relates to your choice to deep throat a microphone, though.
okay. This
experience
channel's
is
now
really,
just been
really good.
demonetized.
I mean,
Yeah, pull that mic a little closer, Robbie.
still?
See if that sounds better.
How about now?
That's
Oh,
much better.
perfect. Yeah, there you are.
Maybe I need to adjust. I didn't mess with any settings on this at all, so. But the experience has been awesome. I ended up printing a D&D minifig, my little WEMAC figure. I don't even know if you can see that. Remember the bagpipe playing
Yeah.
bird?
Yeah, we're gonna get back into her. I promise. I've just started another house project, and it's killing me. And hey, Robbie. So
Yeah.
here,
Yeah, I look forward to getting a gaming session going again.
I got more adventure books.
Oh,
So,
perfect.
I have plenty of content.
Yeah, I gotta get my
Cool, dude.
friend to start doing his. He wants me to be a dungeon master and do a Dungeon Crawl Classics, and we're just trying to get everything all set up. And I'll let you know when that happens, Robbie, for sure. I know you were interested in Dungeon Crawl Classics also.
Oh yeah, I played DCC quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that louder?
So-
Better? More?
Yeah, it's way better when you first had it adjusted the second
Okay.
stop.
Yeah, for whatever reason, Windows shows me 2 of the same microphone. Red light, I got the Photon. It was $359 from 3D Printers Bay. But if you go on eBay, AnyCubic is selling them for like $308 shipped from Los Angeles or something like that.
Well, and
Wow.
and right now they're on a Prime Day sale as well.
They're at
Really?
Ooh.
400, I think, for the.
Damn.
Oh, maybe I didn't see the Prime Day for them. I did not get the S. I got the standard.
I think Prime Day doesn't start
And mine
till...
came with the latest version of firmware, so I have anti-aliasing and all that stuff already turned on.
Right, but if you have Amazon Prime, they've already because they emailed me the link to it and to go ahead and buy it.
Oh, I'm
Oh,
not.
and for anybody who hasn't yet noticed, Amazon is doing a promotion whereby if you go spend $10 at Whole Foods and you have Amazon Prime, you get $10 off on any purchase on Amazon Prime Day, which is sort of cool.
Nice. Red light, I would get one if I was you. I know you and I were both thinking about getting one. Hands down, man. It's super, super easy. I mean, it's all new territory, but it's not anything. If I can get it running, second print ended up printing that.
Did you get
fine?
Did you get an ultrasonic cleaner as well?
I have an ultrasonic cleaner that I use for cleaning shell casings when I do reloading, and so I may look into trying to do that. No, I've just been using.
But you hadn't used it for cleaning of these prints so far.
No, and I know Uncle Jesse did. In fact, he put a video out this morning that I was watching where he's using. He tried using simple green. I think mean green was the best solution that he found. See, it was weird when I was researching all this stuff. There was talk about using ultrasonic cleaners, but people were putting the parts inside of a plastic bag and then suspending that bag inside with some kind of a solution, and then suspending that bag inside the cleaner for some reason. I don't know why. And I
because they didn't want to contaminate their cleaner with resin or something.
That's kind of what I was thinking. So, I was hesitant to do it. Well, then I see Uncle Jesse's video and he's throwing stuff, right in there. So I'm like, wow, okay.
Yeah.
Assuming you don't use it for anything else, it's probably not an issue. I mean, if I were going to do it, I would buy a cleaner specifically for resin printing because I don't have any other use for an offside cleaner. But
Well, you could start reloading.
yes, I could buy some guns too.
There you go. That's the spirit.
You know. I'm in the right state. I should become a gun owner. You're right.
Yeah, you should be good. No, I don't. I honestly, I got one so that I could do the obviously reloading. But then if I wanted to clean jewelry, a buddy of mine was telling me he cleans his glasses with them. Like periodically, he'll throw his glasses in there and clean them.
In theory, you can clean anything with them.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Later, Scalda.
later, Scalda.
Edutech, the slicer
Later,
I used,
Scalda.
I ended up using Cheetah.
Hey,
Box.
Michael.
And StreamYard is the new layout, Michael.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to see. I'd be interested in your input or feedback on how Prusa Slicer works with the Photon. In that it has support for the SL1, so presumably it could also output to the Photon.
I don't know. I guess if it like in the Cheetah Box, I didn't even mess with whatever slicer they sent from the Facebook group. A lot of people are switched onto this Cheetah Box. I used it, and it has
it looks cool.
Select Photon as a printer, and it sets everything up for you in terms of the dimensions of the printer and that.
I ordered the Elegoo one, the one that Jesse's all hot on right now.
Oh yeah.
So hopefully by the weekend I can play with that. But
what was Jesse's thing about returning something? He kept the Elegoo and returned the
Monoprice Mini.
Oh, Monoprice. Oh, okay. That's what it was.
Oh, someone's phone's going off.
Yeah.
The Mini, I think he said, was ghosting or something. You were getting like double prints and
he was getting double and triple images on it. It was.
You mentioned the whole thing was plastic too. The thing that concerns me with these resin printers is they're still kind of fairly new in this market in terms of the hobbyists purchasing them. So I mean, yeah, they have these great, $200 resin printers coming out, but where are they going to be in a year from now? Whereas I know where the Photon's going to be a year from now because people have been using them for a year or two.
Right.
Yeah.
I need to get some more lighting set up in here. My camera is darker on the new computer.
Yeah, that sometimes can happen. If you look at, there are some drivers that if you don't have the latest drivers from Logitech, yeah, Windows drivers suck for the camera.
And no, I have all the latest drivers on everything. That's what I spent the whole first day doing was all the updates and all the driver updates and everything.
I was pretty sure the Logitech drivers for Windows had extensive f-stop support and other, not real f-stop support, but it would allow you to do, brightness control and that sort of.
Because if I sit up closer to the screen where the screen is providing light, then it's not bad.
Well, presumably it has to do with the fact that you're backlit.
Right.
Yeah.
Whereas if you were front lit, you'd be fine.
Oh, we can't focus on anybody in this thing.
Well, yeah, I can.
No, Ron is king, and that's it. There's no.
Yeah, when
That's one thing I like.
when Ricky moves up, it zooms in, and when he backs out, it goes back to the main.
It's like 3D.
Yeah, no. This is basically, I have control of everything. I can zoom in on Ricky, Joe Paddock, Colin, print, Robbie Mac, and then there we go. Mike be Mike.
Jesus.
I can space us all out. I can make it like this so I can play the game and they all have to choose which one gets voted off the island.
That's really cool, especially if we end up doing a gaming session.
Oh, for sure.
And I really like the fact that if we all talk over each other, it doesn't jump from one person to the next all over the place.
This is true, yeah.
Which is annoying as hell on Hangouts.
Agreed.
Is that an option though, so you don't have to worry about? Good.
Facebook Tears of Joy. There you go. Facebook,
Is that an
Twitter,
option
go
though
away.
to do the audio detect switching or no?
I don't think so.
No, there is no way to do that as of yet.
Yeah.
It might be coming. Like I said, these are all new things that they are working on, you know?
Yeah. Well, it's certainly come a long way since last time I looked at it.
Yeah, I'm liking it. I think this may become a new standard of what I may be using. Oh, Ryan Mac wants to show us the screen, so let's go and see
No,
if
I'm
we
just
can.
testing. It's just a file window.
Oh, let me add that to screen. There we go.
These
Now we can
these
see it
are all
like
my,
that too.
Oh wait, this is my porn folder. Yeah, hurry up, get out. Oh, so it actually stays up as a separate.
Yeah.
Now,
Unless
is
I
that
remove it from stream.
Gotcha.
was that under Roddy Mac's
remove it.
control or under Ron's control? As
That
to
was under
how
my
it was
control.
displayed? Okay.
Yeah, it shows up in the green room to Ron so that he can decide whether he wants to.
Oh, that's cool. Independent of the
Yeah.
user's video.
Yep.
That's cool.
And it looks like you may be able to have multiple screens to be able to pull up. I don't know.
Let me see. I'll put in
think you
screen
can.
one, share that one. I'm going to throw in screen. Oh, no.
Then-
Well,
then
let
you
me
can
only
pick
do
and
one.
Choose what you want to show.
Chrome tab.
Play.
I can show you the Streamlab control pad. There you go. I can do that and just limit everyone else so you don't have to look at their ugly mugs. I can do that, which shows everybody's mugs. Or I can just show you my screen. So I have control that I can do that. So say if someone else pops on their screen, I have control to say which screen I want to see and everything else. So we'll just
Gotcha.
stop that. There we go. We'll go back to
Now,
normal
wait a
mode.
second. How are you seeing? Oh, because you're streaming. Okay, that makes sense.
Hmm?
Yeah. Every
'Cause
single
you
one.
can see the YouTube chat off to the side. I'm just seeing our local chat.
All the porn folders, eh?
It's
Yeah,
3D
so-
porn, 3D printer porn, I guess.
Yeah, so I have control of the whole windows. I control the horizontal, I control the vertical.
You have to get to this to a point.
I want to see
Michael-
if someone get that reference.
Everyone
Michael-
got the reference. It just wasn't funny.
No, I liked it. Sorry, I was in the middle of a chat with somebody at work.
Michael Cassell had a good point too. If we get to the point where we could have 9 people on the screen at a time, we could do like Hollywood Squares.
That would be awesome to do Hollywood Squares here.
Yeah.
But then we would have to have
Brady
another
Bunch.
screen set up with 2 people that we can hear that calls for which square they want, you know?
Well, no, you let the chat be the competitors.
Let's
Let the
see.
people on the chat be the competitors, and then we would just draw an X or O or print one. Yeah, that'd be even better. A printed X and a printed O. All the people who are going to be on here, and you just hold up the O or the X, whichever.
Hold up the paper. Yeah.
I saw
No,
what
what-
you're doing, Mike.
Now, what we need are the printed parts. I have to agree with him on that one. X or O, you know?
And you would need one of each color.
I watched a stream last night with where they had one of the developers from this software on,
Mhm.
and the guy that was running the stream does a game show. He does like password, and he uses Zoom and OBS to do it usually. But it was interesting. It's fun to watch the game show, the way he does it. It's kind of neat.
Cool.
Yeah, I need to log in. I need to go and watch the Streamlabs videos just see if there's anything else I'm missing that I don't have access to unless it's in the pro or in the advanced mode.
Well, it does say something in there. I was looking at the facts, and the facts says something about for now free. The free is basically the full version. So the free version looks like it's going to get pulled back as far as the amount of stuff you can do. So it'll be interesting to see what all they pull back.
I'm curious. I'm assuming that all this free and full version and all that is basically geared towards the people who are in fact hosting and streaming.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you're just participating, I don't have to shell out any dough just to join a hangout, right?
No.
Doesn't look like it.
Nope. Oh.
Because I'm cheap like that.
Yeah, we know you're cheap.
Unless they want
We're
to
all
do
cheap.
the same thing.
We're YouTubers. Come on, we don't make money here.
There was
There's a difference
interesting.
between cheap and broke.
there was an interesting approach taken by the guys who run Get Vocal, which is sort of a Blab ripoff kind of thing. They attached it to Patreon authentication so that for certain streams, the only way you can participate as a viewer is by connecting your Patreon account to your stream account and experience it that way. That would be it's kind of a neat implementation, actually.
Hey guys, I got to drop off. I will catch you guys a little later. I'll catch you guys on either Discord or I'll pop up a Hangouts for later.
All right, later, Joe.
No problem, Joe.
Have fun, man.
Take it easy, man.
Later, man. And we lost the Joe connection, so now we can't play Hollywood Squares. Oh well.
Well, we couldn't yet anyway because they don't support 9 people on screen at the same time.
That's true. Yes, you're right. I forgot about that part.
Yeah, when they get to a point where they support 9 people on screen at a time, though, game's on.
Exactly. Well, guys, I gotta go. I gotta jump, but I'm gonna let you guys all have a few seconds to promote your channel. So we're gonna throw it over to Never Let the Machine Wins. Mike, you have the full screen attention.
My channel's basically empty still. I'm too lazy. I'll get there. Next.
Robbie Mack, you're up.
I would watch Mike's channel because I have less content than he does.
There you go, Mike.
Subscribe to him.
Woo.
But anyways, Robbie Mack, go ahead, promote yourself. You're
I don't have anything.
yeah,
I don't
you do.
really
Your
anything.
business.
Oh,
Yeah.
I always forget this. Butchum, are we doing a hangout this Saturday? I'm assuming we're doing a hangout this Saturday, unless he says otherwise in chat. So look for that. We will probably end up doing a Saturday night.
Robbie, that is not what Ron meant.
What?
I meant your business. Your design business.
Yeah, well, if you need design, hit me up.
If you need logos and banners and all sorts.
Right. Okay, so graphic design, logos, banners, what else, Robbie?
Sure. All of it.
All of it.
If you
Okay.
need a vinyl wrap, if you need a IndyCar wrapped, if you happen to have an IndyCar team and need your car wrapped, give me a shout.
Cool.
Colin, you have anything to say?
Well, we've already covered people who have nothing on their channel. I have marginally more than nothing, but only marginally so. I will, however, in the next few weeks, probably after Prime Day, after I've acquired some additional hardware, be building a Prusa-ish bear from all ANET parts, or almost all ANET parts, and knockoff parts. So that might be interesting. It's probably going to be done in 3 or 4 parts on the channel Hill CT.
Okay,
You look a lot
next we move
smaller,
on
Emily.
to Ricky. You got the floor.
Didn't I already do this?
Hey,
I guess it was a while back. So yeah, I host Tanner 3D, do Blender design and modeling for 3D printing, and we make cool stuff. And I do live streams of when I'm designing stuff, usually on Tuesday mornings, but right now those are kind of up in the air because I'm having to run back to St. Louis to take my father-in-law to his chemo treatments. So I don't know when the next stream is going to be. So we'll just keep an eye on the channel and we'll find out together, I guess.
Let me just add myself back in here. And of course, my name is Ron. I run this CMP Canadian Maker Project, which you're already subscribed to. If you're not already, please hit the subscribe button. It helps the channel. Also, give us all a thumbs up because we're all awesome people here. So, make sure that you subscribe to everybody that's on this list. And anybody that's already been in the chat, I want to thank you so much for coming in. And until next time, everybody, have fun and have fun printing. Okay, everybody, you can now wave since they can all see you now.
Okay, thanks, man.
Bye. So does this do a hangout?